He goes and he starts having a guy who's a reporter from Rolling Stone named Adam Ryan. He follows him around. And little does he know that Adam Ryan is addicted to painkillers. And the reason Adam Ryan, by the way, is I know nothing about being addicted to painkillers, but I knew a musician who, the only guy I've ever recorded, and I learned that sometimes when people who are on drugs, you don't know it until they don't have it. And then they're act like crazed lunatics. And so that little experience of mine is what the character of Adam Ryan, who's a writer, Rolling Stone writer in the book. And they also have this religious nutcase who is working for the government, who is sort of living, that old slogan that said back in the 60s, kill a commie for Christ. Well, he's got in his head that Riley's a commie. And he's the only one. But he wants him a piece of Riley Mansfield. So he's following him around, tailing him everywhere. And Riley pulls a whole lot of tricks. And so Riley and Adam are off in Oregon. And so I'm going to tell you the story of how the dog was murdered right now. All right, here we go. What are you saying? I'm saying this guy could be dangerous. You're high, man. Yeah, I'm probably just paranoid, right? Yeah, it's a free country, man. Not even this government would pull shit like that. What? Well, let's take a look, Riley said. He poured the pills on the coffee table. Look, several of them are different. They're kind of pink instead of light orange. And they don't have any letters on them. I don't know, man. Maybe a few of them are generic. Or we just threw in some fake pills. Oh, placebos. That would be nice, but I don't think there's any particular reason. There are like a couple dozen pills. Look, 4 of them are different. Let's find out what they are. Riley took the pink pills, the ones that were slightly different, and placed them in a tiny Ziploc plastic bag that had once contained weed. He handed the Tylenol bottle to Adam. Go easy, he said. If I was you, I'd wait a few minutes before I popped another one. Come with me, I'll shave and shower later. Riley stopped at a little market in town and bought a pound of hamburger, failing to bother Adam with an explanation. He drove through Seaside, the larger resort town just to the south, and curled east into the hills and forests. Where are we going? Adam asked. I'm looking for a trash dump, Riley said, or maybe just a stray dog. A freaking stray dog? Well, it's like this. I think those odd pills might be poison. I think this guy in the airport, this guy with a dog, might be wanting to get rid of you. I think the government of the land of the free and the home of the brave might be interested in making sure no Rolling Stone, liberal, dope-smoking, godless rock and roll article is written about me. Particularly not with an election coming up. You're crazy, man. I might be, but it can't hurt to test a theory. My first thought was to go find a cow out on the edge of some ranch just grazing. But it would be a terrible thing to risk killing a cow or a horse. It's a terrible thing to kill a dog, but it's less terrible to risk killing some stray that's probably going to get run over anyway. This is unbelievably weird, man, Adam said. And if you write about it in Rolling Stone and imply in any way that it's me gulping OxyContins, I'm not going to sue you. I'm going to beat the shit out of you and wait for you to sue me. Whoa! Look, there's a dog. Riley skidded to a halt, which at first caused the poor canine, a rather unhealthy incarnation of a collie, to run away, only it couldn't run very well, its buttocks having been permanently bowed by an apparent and unfortunate confrontation with an automobile. Riley took the hamburger and kneaded the pink pills into it, taking care to not put any too closely together. Then he rounded the pound of burger into a fairly smooth concoction that might have been a meatloaf with onions, peppers, and breadcrumbs instead of pharmaceuticals of an unknown origin. He wiped his hands with napkins still inside a Wendy's bag late last night and got out of the car. The collie could be seen peering over the hill. Riley placed the plastic bag from the meat market in a sandy, rain-washed ditch, returned the car, lit a joint, and waited. Be relatively still, Riley said, passing the joint to Adam. It didn't take long. The dog shed any wariness of the black car parked 5 yards away from the meat. Her route back down the hill was indirect and suspicious, but she was just too damn hungry. When she reached the tantalizing pile of tender processed meat, she tore into it with more energy than it appeared she had. Then suddenly the helpless creature lurched. Her eyes seemed to pop out, and she fell in a heap, gloriously and instantly extinguished. Fuck, Cody said. Ain't no autopsy conducted for a dead dog, Riley said. How could they get away with that? Murder. How could someone, even the government, kill me? For no good reason. I reckon they figure a big magazine story on some left-wing and folk singers reason enough, Riley said. And I expect they got the means. Still wondering why I'm walking up on stage and singing "This Land Is Your Land" for God-fearing President Sam Harmon? Not a bit, said Adam. Now you're bound to write a good story about me, Riley said, since I saved your life and shit. Meanwhile, the dog has severely compromised my opposition to capital punishment.